Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the Goblin Slayer TRPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this tabletop role-playing game based on the popular fantasy series, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the gods. Nobody knows where the gods came from. In the beginning, when there were far fewer stars shining in the sky, back when the gods fought for control over the universe, they rolled the dice of fate and chance, thus creating the world. The gods deeply love their game board and pieces. They rejoice and despair at the actions of adventurers and monsters, of heroes and demons. The gods don't play with people as a child would with toys. They actually love their pieces from the bottom of their hearts. This affection means the gods will never interfere in mortal affairs directly, and that only mortals who deliver their pure prayers up to the heavens can cause miracles to happen. There are two broad groupings of gods: truth, fantasy, light, stars, time, death, plague, and sunlight. These are some of the higher, more conceptual gods. The Earth Mother, the Supreme God, the God of Knowledge, the Trade God, and the many dark gods. These are some of the nameless gods underneath the greater ones. The lower nameless gods were created by the higher ones. However, none are directly superior or inferior to others. It is these lower gods, the more familiar ones, who are more broadly worshipped by people. However, the higher conceptual gods garner faith as well. This even goes for those divine entities known as the wicked gods. The lone exception is the outer god, the god of awakening. Let's talk about some of these gods. You have the Earth Mother, the patron of agriculture, the harvest, compassion, and wound healing. She is said to be kind-hearted, a winged goddess. There is also the Supreme God, the patron of law and justice. She is said to be a female god wearing bandages over her eyes, carrying scales in one hand and a sword in the other. The Supreme God has the most disciples in the kingdom, with a large temple in the water town. Her archbishop is said to have been a decisive force in winning the last war. Then we have the Trade God, the god one prays to for safe travels and fruitful business transactions. He is said to be a deity without a form, like the wind. There is also the God of Knowledge, a god who has chosen to illuminate the darkness of ignorance with the light of knowledge. He is said to be a recluse who covers his face with a cloak, holding a single small candlestick on a tray. Following that, we have the Valkyrie. This is the hero who, at the end of a grand adventure, climbed to the ranks of the gods. As her name implies, she is known as an armed female warrior carrying a spear. There is also the god of awakening. The four-cornered world is home to many dark gods. These beings are the patrons of things like disease, torture, and rot. This is because they are tasked with granting necessary evils to the four-cornered world. In a fundamental sense, they do not exist to amuse themselves with the people. However, there are other outer gods. One of these is the God of Awakening. Nobody knows when the God of Awakening came to be, where he came from, or how he appeared. It is said that the reward for worshipping him is wisdom. Suddenly, one will think of a fresh idea to escape peril. That is why he is called the God of External Wisdom. When it comes to the religious views of the various species, humans in general follow many different traditions. Concerning elves, they are more in tune with nature rather than deities. When it comes to the dwarves, they honor their ancestral clans and defend their honor with their lives, and so belief in gods is extremely normal for them. Concerning Reyas, they are carefree and live slow lives in their native lands. This disposition draws them to the Earth Mother and Trade God. Concerning the Lizardmen, they believe in their own ancestral fathers, whom they call the fearsome Naga. They will not hesitate to profess that they have descended from dragons, who evolved through survival of the fittest. When it comes to the Padfoots, like the Lizardmen, Most Padfoots worship ancestral spirits. They don't come up with ideas as bizarre as lizardmen do, however. At most, they treat their own ancestors as an important part of their lives. Concerning the Myrmidons, they are centered around a queen, and they all live and die for that queen. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about the calendar and magic in the setting. When it comes to the mythologies and the cults that later on established around such mythologies, they are quite mysterious in this fantasy universe. You could create an entire adventure investigating the mysteries of particular deities. I find the God of Awakening especially intriguing and cryptic. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.